Hi, welcome to Classic Car Cave. Sorry I haven't put out much any videos in the last week or so, but to be honest, it's been very hard to make some content up because there's not a lot going on. The weather, as you know, in the UK, around the world, it's getting pretty cold now. We're well into the winter, and there's been a lot of things pending. I've got stuff on order. People are doing bits and pieces, and it's not really kind of coming together very much, very quickly. So it's kind of hard to show you what's going on. But I've had a change of heart, change of mind now, because it's not really practical. I was going to use this, try and adapt this snow blower that I have to pick up leaves behind the back of my little ride-on mower, my John Deere ride-on mower. Which the mower works to a certain extent, but it doesn't pick up everything. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to go in a different direction completely. I'm not going green, don't think that. I'm a petrol head, always will be. But what I've decided to do is we need a hedge trimmer, and I've been looking for a good hedge trimmer for quite some period of time. Anyway, I went down to a local place that I know. I know the chap there quite well because he does lawn mowers and robot mowers and you name it, he does it. And they had a very good deal on where they did it's a Husqvarna equipment, which Husqvarna and Stihl are probably the ones that most professionals use because they're so good and sturdy. Expensive, but good. So this is the backpack that I'm getting. The normal retail price on this is anything from 12 to 1400 euros. But because it's winter, they obviously want to move the stock, and I'm quite happy to take the chance with the extra 3 months of warranty. I got it for 600 euros, which I think is a very good deal. So this is the backpack, and you can see here this is the dummy battery that goes in. Here you can see it's the same with the leaf blower. It's quite small. I've tried it on, it's very reasonable weight. And here you can see again, this is the blower that I'll get with it as an extension piece, but it also has a bag that comes with it, so you're only holding the tool itself, not the weight of the battery. And again here, this is exactly the same one that I've bought. The nice thing about this is this handle turns 180 degrees, so 360 I should say. It turns all the way around, so you can have it in any position you want, and you can see the backpack's very nice on it. So yeah, I'm very pleased with it. So I ended up getting this backpack and the hedge trimmer for 1300 euros and 300 for the blower, so 1600 euros in total, which is still a lot of money, but it is good quality stuff, and hopefully it'll be here next week and I can show you it. Well, this is typical, isn't it? Got it all back together, got the new primer button on it, got a new hose on it. Put that yellow one on, that's a bit of spare. Put the new hose on it, got it all back together, and then the bloody starter cord breaks. Right. First pull, snapped. So I'll go down and get another one of those tomorrow. So I managed to get it running for a few minutes, so there's the new power cord on it. I got it started, but the only way it'll run is if I pre-prime the fuel bowl. I bought this priming bowl, but what's wrong is there's not a good enough seal here. I tried to stick a O-ring in there, but that's not going to be so the only thing I can do is either try and find exactly the right one, or I glue that in place, because what's happening is not creating enough suction to bring the fuel into it. So, and it's too cold now to do that. So as I said, I did a little test on it, and the problem with the blades for the snow, it won't pick up sufficient volume of leaves. So what you would need on it is brushes. You would need nylon brushes on the front to actually push it up enough, and then by the time you make the scoop for it to go in, yeah, it's really not worth the bother. So I bought this blower and suction. There's a bag there for it. It's just a little couple of horsepower. It's motorized, and I tried it out before. It was quite reasonable. It was about 299 or 300 euros. But since I got this, I haven't actually used it. But we did do a little demo down at the place where I bought it from, and now I found out that they have The battery pack I'm buying for the hedge trimmer also has a blower and suction bag with that battery pack. So it seems crazy having different fuels, having one that's charged and then one that's fuel, and this is two-stroke as well, which is it can always be a pain sometimes when you're going to mix the oil. It's a good enough bit of kit, but I've talked to the guy who owns the shop and he's quite happy to take this back and put it onto the blower. So it worked pretty well. When we tried it out, it sucks and it's got good blowing power on it, but again, why not use the one power pack for all the different things? And I'm even thinking in the new year to get the edge trimmer as well, which goes with the battery pack. I think it's probably the best idea to have it all on one system. Where are we with the projects we've got going? Well, obviously the winter's kicked in pretty hard, it's getting pretty cold outside, and the motivation's always down at this time of the year. So let's start with the David Brown 880. So I'm still looking for this filter for the gearbox, gearbox oil and transmission oil. I do believe that the problem is the flow rate, and I think it's because the original filter, which is a mesh filter, has got quite a lot of splits in it, holes in it, and I think that might be causing some problems, or it just needs a real good run to get that power back, and I think that's why it's not lifting the rear arms. And again, because there's so many holes in it, I think maybe a bit of crap out of the bottom of the sump where we cleaned all the oil out could be pulled up and going into those shuttle valves, which again I can change around and do. So there's a few things that I need to get for this. I'm in touch. I'm now involved with the David Brown Tractor Club in the UK, and hopefully they'll put me onto the right people to try and find it. Okay, so over my shoulder here you can see the Track Mini. Now we're going to Ventilspiel, but it's not in September. They've changed it this year. I got a call from my partner in the car who lives in Dubai, and they've changed it to May this year. So obviously it's much earlier. I don't know the reasons for that. I don't know if Red Bull decided to change the dates, or the club or the Ventilspiel club tried to change it because it was getting quite wet towards the end of September. Anyway, it's changed till May, and I think it's May the 9th. So she'll get a run out quite early in the season, which is good news. But that's all ready to go. My Mini is obviously still on the road at let me just turn you around a little bit so you can see it. Sorry about the bad camera work. But the Cooper is registered all year round, and I don't use it as much as I should really. But I still enjoy driving it, and I'll also take you around and show you the XJ6. Now on the Jaguar XK150 front, fortunately there's not been a lot of movement on that. The only thing that has happened, which is good, is that we have a garage up in Vienna who's prepared to take the car on and do the paperwork and the turf and get it registered on the road. So that should mean once I get it back from Christian, that's got the car at the moment doing the hood on it, he told me that this week coming he should have some photographs and he should be getting close to it. So I think it's going to be another sort of couple of weeks. So we're going to be into December by the time I get it back. Then I've got to decide, is it worth taking it up to Vienna when the weather's so bad, or we leave it till sort of February when the weather might be a bit better, or March, but then it goes on and on. So I might have to just take it up there, or even get a covered trailer and take it up, because I certainly don't want to take it up if it's snowing or pissing down with rain, because it'll have to sit up there to be tested. Anyway, so that's the situation with the XK. So hopefully there'll be some movement on it this week. So I'll show you the XJ6 and let you know what I'm doing with that. XJ6. So this is kind of on hold as well. What I've decided that I can do over the winter is I've decided I'm going to put these wheels back the way they were originally, which is where, if I can get out of the way, will that show? I don't know. What I want to do now is put these in black. This is how they would have been. These 5 spots, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 spots would have been in black matte. So I'm going to do that. I think the car will look better. I've looked at a few XJ6s with them on, and they just look better in the black. Now, The thing with that, let me go over this side so you can see this wheel. The thing with that is I'm not sure whether I go to all the bother of masking them out, or, this is something you might want to comment on, or I go to the guy that did the decals for the Golf Mini and get him to make these shapes, and we put them on, and he can put them on with heat, and I should think they'll be as good as, well, any decal. So if a decal will sit on metal, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't stay on the wheel. I wouldn't think there's that much heat transfer through it because there's a hub. You know, the disc is so far away, the heat is not going to transfer into the hub. And I think that might be a quick way of doing it. And I'll get him to make me a few extras in case they come off. So I need 20. So I had sort of 25 made. So we'll try, what I'll do is I'll take a wheel off, I'll take it up to him and ask him if it's possible that he can scan the profile of that and get it spot on. But as I say, get him to put it on with heat so that it's really laid nicely and we can do it in the black matte. I think that's probably the way to go, because it would take hours and hours and hours to do one wheel, whereas something like that would be, I have to take all the wheels off anyway, so there's no problem there, but I think I'll do that. The next thing I want to do then is talk to either a Jaguar dealer that does the carburetors, or I go to SU directly and get the carburetor stuff that I need. I'm trying to look for stuff online, but it's very difficult to find the parts that I actually need, so it looks like I might have to buy them new, which is a bit of an issue, but because of cost. But Berlin, who own SU now, I'm sure they have the stuff, because basically I need the cam arms and the cams to make this manual choke work. So that's the plan there, and then we'll look at running it next year, and then maybe if the test is okay, the MOT is okay, maybe the end of next year we'll take it off the road and completely strip the body and repaint it. Whether I repaint it white or change the colour, I'm not sure yet.